All right, day 2, SHOT Show 2025, Las Vegas, Nevada. You guys excited?
We are pumped, man.
I am super excited.
Day 2.
So,
there's a lot of stuff we haven't even gotten to see yet.
I know, dude. I'm gonna hit H&K right now. What are you gonna do?
B&T?
What about you? CF Clips?
First thing that I see.
First thing he sees. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, here we are at H&K, and we've got Tommy with us. Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it. You got some good stuff over here, new stuff. So tell us all about it, man.
Yeah, so what's new for HK USA at 2025 is the new MR556A4 series. This is the closest thing to a civilian 416 that you're ever going to see here in the U.S. Everything from the buffer tube, the elongated castle nut, the ambidextrous controls, the gas block. Every feature on this rifle is directly from either a 416A5 all the way up to a 416A9 that's offered in Germany. So you got the 45-degree selector throws, you got the ambidextrous controls. One of the biggest takeaways that we got from the A1 to the A4 was everybody loved the rifle. It didn't have ambi controls, and the thing was just a little bit too heavy, right? So we took overall a pound of weight out of the rifle, whether it be from our new handguard or our new slimline barrel profile. But yeah, I'll just kind of give you some key features here. So we've got the ambidextrous controls. You got the winter trigger guard. One of the biggest features is the adjustable gas block. So now you can run it suppressed or non-suppressed. And believe it or not, it's actually got like a little wormhole screw that goes into the end of the vent, so you can actually fine tune it for your specific suppressor. I think there's like 7 or 8 different wormhole screws. So
that is pretty cool.
Suppressor, mount it up however you want. You don't have to worry about it over function, under function. Everything will have a nice clean ejection pattern. One of the biggest questions that we've gotten is, hey, if this is the closest thing to a 416 that we're going to see here in the U.S., why doesn't it have a chrome line barrel? So the reason that is we compared this to, I'm not going to name names, another mil-spec chrome line barrel offered by a competitor. And out of the box, that one stayed at about 2.5 MOA. We guarantee an MOA out of this. So
1 MOA.
1 MOA. And we're so confident in the lifetime of this barrel that you shoot it out, we'll replace it, period. 1 year from now, 10 years from now, throughout the lifetime of that barrel, we'll go ahead and cover it.
Yeah, so
it's the first time we've done a barrel guarantee on one of our products.
And that's crazy because I was at the industry day, shot some of the guns, and you guys have this super secret squirrel metallurgy stuff going on in there, and that's why you guys are able to do this. Awesome, dude. I mean, it's crazy. You guys are shooting like 15,000 rounds through it and still getting that at 1 MOA.
Actually improved after about 12,000 rounds. The competitor's gun was shot out at right about 10,000 rounds. The chrome was stripped out of the bore. Everything was starting to, and their MOA got up to about 6.5, while ours actually improved. And after we got to about 15,000 rounds of doing that, it's like, look, our accuracy hasn't changed. We're going to finish that testing at a later date. I think a lot of people internally want to see what that number is. But right now, I can tell you it's up to 15,000 rounds. But even then, you go out there, you shoot 25,000 rounds, and you start getting, above our barrel guarantee. We'll go ahead and replace that thing, no questions asked.
That is incredible, absolutely, and I love the handguard design. You guys changed that a little bit. Adjustable gas block, really cool. Having the ambidextrous controls. Thank you, H&K. Really cool. And you got the A4.
So we got different barrel lengths. This is the first time we've ever done that. So we've got a pistol version that's offered an 11-inch barrel. We've got a 6.5-inch rifle. Then we've also got a 6.5-inch rifle of the MR762. So the complete rifle lineup got a complete overall from head to toe.
Gotcha. This is really cool, dude. I think the civilian market is going to be extremely happy with this. And I see that you guys are offering maybe upper receivers too on the other side. That's just alone.
Absolutely. So actually at SHOT Show, so yesterday we launched the upper receiver kits for the first time in adjustable or various barrel lengths on our web store. So if you got any mil-spec lower, you can go out there and get an 11-inch upper receiver kit off our web store. Go ahead and make your own, 416 clone or however you want it to, deck it out. But yeah, so different barrel lengths available on the web shop. We also have the 6.5-inch as well. But to me, I'm most excited about that 11-inch.
Yeah, 11, dude. That is I believe that is a do-all barrel length when it comes to. I love that thing. All right, so Tommy, you got this is awesome. Thanks for the information. You got a pistol as well.
Yeah, so we actually,
handgun.
So back in October, we launched the first U.S. designed and manufactured product here at HK USA. Okay. That's going to be our CC9. So if you're going to follow me over here, I'll kind of show you that.
Cool. All right. So what do you got?
Yeah, so right over here we got the new HK CC9. This is our first micro compact pistol that we've ever designed. So you've got fully ambidextrous controls, which is extremely rare in micro compacts. You've got an adjustable back strap, which is also extremely rare in micro compacts. What's really cool about the CC9 is this adjustable back strap here actually adjusts your overall length of pull. So this has the same length of pull, and length of pull is from the back of the saddle right here to the front of the actual trigger shoe. It's the same exact length of pull that's on a full-size VP9. So it's going to be a small gun, but it's going to shoot and perform and feel like an overall bigger firearm, right? So if you pick up a CC9 and you turn around and pick up a VP9, you're going to get that same performance out of it. Same reliability, same durability.
Just slimmer, that's it, right?
Yeah, just slimmer. Yeah. So this one right here ships with a pinky extended 12-round magazine. We also have a flush fit 10-round mag if you wanted to get a little bit smaller, a little smaller footprint, easier to conceal. It's got a factory 407 or RMSC footprint. This particular model that we're launching for 2025 is actually our optics equipped version. So this will come from the factory with a Hollison 407K. With a nice clean side picture, you'll have a blacked out serrated front and a blacked out serrated rear.
What's the magazine? Is that a proprietary magazine, the capacity?
Yes, it is a proprietary magazine. Again, 12-round magazine capacity and one 10-round magazine inside the case with the pistol.
Gotcha. And when it comes to this, the caliber offerings, you guys got 9mm here. Do you guys plan to offer any other calibers or just stay with 9mm?
So we're always looking to expand the product line. I don't know what the ETA is, but right now our sole focus is getting the new CC9 into the hands of as many users as we can.
Gotcha. Super cool, man. I love it. I'd love to, I'll definitely be playing with one of these. I like the back strap. That's all the way up here. So when you change this back strap, does it not affect the length of pull at all?
It does. So, and I'll kind of hold this up here right here next to you. So this is what it'll ship with in the factory configuration. Yeah. It has a smaller back strap on it. So when you get that larger back strap, so with a lot of like the VP series or P30 series that we did in the past, the back strap didn't go all the way up into the saddle. So all it kind of did was just, it changed the grip circumference, but more or less it just changed your grip angle a little bit. Yeah. This is the first time we've launched a product that actually adjusts the overall length of pull. So when the back strap goes up high enough, and it's actually pulling your hand back a little bit.
That's what I was just thinking.
That way you don't have to worry about your finger going too far over. With a lot of those really small micro compact guns, they're so small and so thin that after every 2 or 3 rounds, you're having to fidget with your grip or kind of readjust or whatever. But with that larger back strap on there, with it having the same length of pull as a full-size pistol, you don't really have to worry about changing your grip. The tip of your finger is going to fall on that trigger shoe just like if you were holding a full-size VP9 or P30 or a USP. Yeah,
some of the some other manufacturers, they have these back straps. You put really a big one, it kind of affects ever so slightly the bore axis too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So whenever you start affecting that grip angle a little bit, you really get out of that sweet zone. Then it starts affecting your sight or your target acquisition. Yeah. So this has a very natural point of aim. With the CC9, you got a really high undercut on the underside of that trigger guard. And a lot of the feedback that we've seen, everybody says, "Oh, this is the most accurate, micro compact that I've got in my hands on," right? And I don't necessarily think that it's more mechanically accurate than any other firearm. But I think it's the smaller details. It's the high undercut.
Tolerances.
It's the adjustable back strap. It's the ergonomics. The overall feel of the CC9 makes you a better shooter. And I think that's kind of the overall feedback that we're getting back from the market.
Cool. Internally, is it like similar to the operation-wise fire control unit area? Is that similar to a VP9?
Similar. So the VP9 doesn't use a chassis system. So this is our first time using a chassis system. the way that the trigger feels is going to be similar to a VP9. To me, I think the CC9 trigger is probably a little bit better than the VP series. Yeah, it's a really good trigger for a micro compact.
Yeah, when I was just trying this thing out, I honestly thought for a defensive pistol, because there's got to be a specific feel, weight, and all of that stuff for a defensive pistol micro compact. I thought this was actually very good for a micro compact. Very good.
So, and a lot of people, have given us a little bit of feedback. Well, it's like, HK's late to the game, so we're. And that's unfortunately, kind of the way it is. But anybody can release a small pistol. Yeah. Anybody can, rush something to market. We, in the history of HK, we're not going to beta test our customers. We're not going to release a product that we don't know is ready. So everybody streams, this is everyday carry this or everyday carry that. It's not about every day. It's about that one day that could potentially be the worst day of your life. Do you want a small gun or do you want a gun that is going to work? Yeah. So that's kind of where we are with the CC now.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Tommy. Guys, check out H&K CC9 and the MR 762 or 556 A4s. Man, I'm so excited to check those things out. Tommy, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Take care, brother.
Of course, we had to stop by the Beretta booth, and I'm here with my boy Broxton. First of all, brother, good seeing you again, of course. And we just, of course, had to come and show the prestigeness that is Beretta. I mean, oldest firearms manufacturer. You guys made a name, obviously, and still continue to do that. So take us through what all you guys have new, and of course, things that maybe we didn't see.
Right, okay, so we have a lot that you saw at Range Day, such as this Dark Series 92X Performance. So we have the dark coating, Tony Systems grip, the extended mag wheel. We have something that wasn't shown at Range Day. So this is the third color option. So you saw the red and the blue at Range Day. This is the green. So you'll notice same thing across the board, just with the green coloring.
Right.
We also have the J.J. Ricazzo Signature Series. So you'll notice there's two different flavors of that. You have the gold, which is real 24 karat gold, hand painted by Howe Arms. Also, we have the white here. So you'll notice a few little Easter eggs, if you will. On the grips, you have J.J. Ricazzo's logo.
That's cool.
You have the number 11, which is significant to him. You have the Philippine star or sun here. Sorry, that's on the Philippines flag. We also have the 20X, so that's the 22 long rifle, and we have all four flavors, colorways, grip combinations, threaded barrel, non-threaded.
Right.
So this is the tip-up barrel, 8+1 magazine. So last year we refreshed the 30X. This year 20X got the same treatment. So we moved the mag release from the European style heel release to the American location here behind the trigger guard, and now it is reversible. You didn't have that in the past. So if you're left-handed like me, the mag release being in the correct location is always desirable.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can come around to the side.
We'll come right around.
So we have the non-threaded version, and this is the one that I showed you guys at Range Day.
Right.
I called it the Baby Shark. We have the Squalo over here. Similar design cues. We also have the threaded variants. So same overall platform, just with different options. So you have the silver slide on this variant, and you also have the suppressor height sights and the threaded barrel. So the cool thing about the suppressor height sights that I like is if you do need a racket, let's say you have a suppressor on there, you may have a malfunction. If it gets dirty, you can use that sight to rack.
It makes sense.
And then
People ask, like, what would you use a 22 Bobcat for? So people always ask that question.
Right, so if you want like a pocket pistol, you could use that here. Just run to the gas station real quick. This will fit in your pocket. Also, if you are a hunter, I know sometimes you have a dedicated big game animal you're after, but there are nuisance animals that you can also get along your way. So this would make a good companion on your hunt. You could
Absolutely
press it and then just store it somewhere easy access and not disturb your hunt.
Makes sense. Makes total sense, man. And obviously you can see Beretta, again, oldest firearms manufacturer, making waves again with their line. Now, of course, 22 suppresses a vibe, especially that tilt barrel, keeps it real quiet. And just like you said, for those varmints that are on the trail or, something that you might just need to, get to use the bigger one, it's a great option. So obviously, guys, Beretta, check them out. They've got some new flavors, new savors, and of course, my crowd favorite, the Squalo. Always hits close to home for me, so it's awesome. Absolutely. Roxton, well, we appreciate it, brother, and have a good show, man. And here we are with Rick, of course, sporting this Cerakote that you guys do. I mean, you're in partnership with Beretta, so obviously household name, and you guys have made a name for yourself with these special coatings. I mean, you guys are, homegrown to us right up there in Kernersville, so there you go. So, brother, take it away, man.
So, and the other cooler part is all of our staff are all disabled veterans.
Oh, wow.
I am too. It's just, it's not a choice. It's a choice that we make, but we do it because I like helping other veterans as they get out. So we start all this off with the American Combat Camo Edition, which is all on the 92XI, which is really Beretta's 2011.
Right.
I mean, it's an awesome gun. So this year we went foreign, so it's the M90 or the Splinter, the Swiss Camouflage, Vegetado, which is the Italian Special Forces camo, British Desert DPM, Flecktarn, and then Frog Skin. They're all awesome. They all have incredibly unique histories just as far as in combat and in application.
Right.
I mean, the frog skin is kind of, so the French adopted it after the U.S. had it, but it's just a wicked camo.
It is, and they all look very, again, having that customized look, it looks phenomenal. Of course, you guys are masters of applying Cerakote, so it just really sets off, Beretta's 2011 version. So that's awesome. Yeah. Premium features, premium stuff, and premium coating. So that just, it speaks well to me. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
now,
and you got to shoot them. They're tack drivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, whether it's the competition or the XI or the double action, they're just. They took the gun that, like, me and the guys I served with had, Afghanistan or Iraq or in service, and then made every change to, like, hey, this is a gun I can conceal-ish carry, or throw in a bag, or just take to the range and have a ton of fun.
Absolutely. Now, for the folks who, let's say I've already got a Beretta, can I send it to you?
We do take small batches of customer work. Obviously, it's primarily production, but yeah, we still absolutely do individuals guns. Send me one of yours.
That'd be pretty dope. I think we should do like a special one for maybe like a CF contest. That sounds like maybe DNC camo or maybe some AOR1, because that's just a vibe for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Look for it soon.
You heard it here first. I'm just saying. He is the man who does it. I'm just the liaison.
We can figure it out.
Okay, brother. Awesome, man. Well, first of all, again, thank you for having us. And
absolutely, man.
We love your stuff. And guys, continue to check out our SHOT Show coverage. And of course, you get to see cool stuff like this. We'll see you later.
Hey guys, we're going to take a moment to interrupt this content to bring you a word from the sponsor of this video, Sonoran Desert Institute. Now, of everyone at Classic, I've probably built the most guns myself, and I know a lot of you guys out there like to work on and repair your guns at home as well. If you're looking for a way to take that hobby to the next level, Sonoran Desert Institute could help. The online courses at SDI cover a broad range of topics, including Armour certification, gunsmithing, ballistics, woodworking and gun finishes, sports shooting management, and more. They even send tools and materials directly to your home so you can get hands-on training while you're covering this coursework. So if you're looking for a way to get an education that you could actually apply to your job or start a new career, definitely contact SDI at 480-999-4767 or visit sdi.edu.
All right, guys, I'm here at Stoeger with Keith. How you doing, Keith? Hope your show's going really well. And we're going to cover some of your handguns, and then we're going to take a look at some shotguns, right?
Yep.
All right, fantastic. Let's see what we got here new for the SHOT Show 2025.
Yeah, so this is part of our STR lineup that we came out in 2019. This is called our Stoeger STR9 Combat SX. Okay. So what's special about this gun is it's really a tricked out gun. So it's built on our Combat X chassis, which is built for running it hard
use,
high volume, nasty conditions. Obviously, it's Cerakoted. The big change is the slide. Okay. So we put these cuts in the slide. We put these windows in the slide. So just really for cosmetics.
Yeah, a lot of lightning there.
Yeah. Also, optic ready. It's got fiber optic sights, threaded barrel. Comes with 3 magazines, 3 extended magazines. So it's just really a tricked out STR.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like, you got your suppressor height sights here. You got, it looks like they're fiber optic sights. Got optics ready right here. Just not going to interfere with your rear sight because it's got that nice elevation.
Yep.
I mean, I really enjoy the look of this. This definitely looks like, you can make this a kind of either competition or like you said, a heavy duty use.
Sure. Yep. And then our other gun, our other big new product, this is our STR thin line. So basically this is built on a micro compact frame and slide. It's narrow, so you can conceal it, carry it every day, but I extended the length of the grip so you can shoot it. It comes with a 14-round flush magazine and then also a 16-round extended magazine. So it's got compensator cuts. Again, it's just, it's built so you can carry it, but also shoot it. So it's not your typical micro compact, it's just a tiny gun. They're difficult to shoot because they're so small. This is a little bigger.
Yeah, and I picked this up, and I tell you, one of the things that's really great about it is the weight. This is a nice lightweight gun, so when you are looking at something you're going to be carrying, because let's face it, when you're carrying a gun for self-defense, you're carrying it most of the time.
Yeah.
Self-defense, much less often.
Yep.
And the weight on this is fantastic. I also really do enjoy the fact that you have those comp cuts. So here, hold that real quick for me.
Yep.
So just to kind of show people. So, the barrel ends here inside of the slide, and so as the gases are coming out, it's going to come up through these cuts, give you the effect of like that compensator, but without the extra length out here on the end. And of course, when you're looking for something that's compact to carry, that is just like a fantastic design principle, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting that extra length. I mean, certainly, like you said, the extra length on the grip makes that much more comfortable. And it feels like, you call it thin line, it feels thinner, like it's not this bulky grip. I mean, it definitely feels almost like kind of the width of, say, like a Glock 43 or something that's thinner, right?
Yep.
So I really enjoy this. I can definitely see this being a super cool option for concealed carry. And one of the things that I noticed also that we got some MSRPs listed on here.
Yeah.
These are really attractive. So both of these pistols are coming in. This one is looks like $529 MSRP. This one we a little bit more, but $699 MSRP on something that looks like it's got a lot of features. It's a pretty feature-rich design.
Yep. 3 mags. It's got a hard case. Really set up.
So that seems like a really competitive kind of offering when you're looking at getting into that full-size duty platform.
Yeah.
All right, so these two are really exciting options for the pistols, and then we got some shotguns to take a look at. All right, so when I think of the Stoeger brand, I guess mentally I think more of the shotguns than the handgun. So I'm really excited to take a look at these new options you got.
Yeah. So we have semi-autos, we have pump shotguns, we've had tactical guns. We decided to expand and upgrade our tactical line this year. So this is our M3000. You can see that it is decked out for a tactical home defense. Starting with the stock, it's got a redesigned stock. It's got 3 M-locks here. It's got a QD cup here. It also has your standard sling attachment. Onto the receiver, what's really different about this gun is its optic cut. Okay, so this ghost ring sight actually screws into the optic cut. You can remove that, and then we have 2 adapter plates that go in here. One is an RMR and one is a burris.
Okay.
So you can put that plate right on it and attach your red dot. It also has a pick rail that's removable. So if you want to put it on a pick rail, you can. Moving on to the fore end, you can see this is redesigned. Got M-locks here on the side, M-locks on the belly, and then you also have a sling attachment on this mag tube. And then obviously ghost ring sights, and then it's got a breacher choke.
So one of the things I really like about this is it gives you 2 options if you were going to mount a red dot, right? You can either remove that rear sight and have it presented a little bit lower, or you can mount it up here on the pick rail. So depending on the individual shooter and how you kind of end up approaching the shotgun when it's mounted, different people, they're going to kind of want a different height. And so you could either mount it a little bit lower or a little bit higher, depending on what's more comfortable to the end user. And you can either keep the ghost ring sights or kind of omit them depending on what you want your gun to be set up as. That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's got a tungsten Cerakote receiver, and then along with the black furniture, I just fell in love with the looks of this gun.
Yeah, and that stock's really cool. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Magpul style stock where it's got that real deep kind of angle to the grip.
Right.
And it makes it really comfortable because obviously I feel like the closer you get to that vertical, the more comfortable it is, the more natural it is for your wrist if you're going to be shooting for a long period of time or something.
Yeah.
And I really like that steeper angle than you see on a lot of kind of more traditional style stocks. Right?
Yeah. We designed this stock. It's proprietary. So our engineers over in Turkey designed it based on some feedback we gave them, and came out really, really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we have a pump action here.
We do. So this pump action, this is our P3000. It's got the same stock as the M3000. It's got the M-LOKs, the QD. It's got an OD green receiver, Cerakoted, and same setup for the optics. So again, the Ghost Ring sight, and then underneath that sight, it's hogged out for an optic, Armour and a Burris optic, 2 plates that are provided with the gun, and then it obviously has the pick rail, and then it has the forend here. It's a smaller forend, but it also has the M-LOKs on the side, and the belly, and then the breacher choke.
Yeah, and again, just to touch on those red dot options again, I think those are 2 fantastic options because they're super popular on the market. So you're just kind of going right with the things that you expect people are going to most likely be going with.
Yep.
I mean, I personally love pump action shotguns. I feel like I need to get a semi-auto because I don't have one in my own personal arsenal.
Right.
But I mean, you just can't go wrong with the reliability of the pump action, right? Like it's such a simple design internally, and it just almost never fails.
No.
Right.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. So, I mean, again, I think that these are some fantastic options from Stoeger and much more in line with my preconceived mental notion of the Stoeger brand.
Right.
Again, if we just kind of touch base on the MSRP, the semi-auto, it looks like we got $649, which is fantastic for getting into a kind of more tactical semi-auto. You've got that really nice, bigger bolt release and really attractive furniture that's going to make things really comfortable. Right. For the pump, it looks like we got $449, which is, again, really competitive when you to talk about a kind of feature available pump action shotgun. As far as size of cartridge, so 12 gauge of course, but what length of cartridge is?
3 inch.
3 inch. Okay, so you got 3 inch magnums or 2 3/4 inch.
Yep.
And I mean that's a really great option for people out there who are looking to get to something for self-defense. Maybe you could do some. I mean, it's only got the 18.5 inch barrel, so not quite the sporting line yet, but certainly great self-defense options.
Yeah.
Keith, I really appreciate you taking the time to go over these. And guys, we're going to check out the next booth.
All right, guys, here we are at JP Rifles. I got John with me, and they got some really cool stuff, which we're about to talk about. I'm excited. So, John, thanks for having us.
You bet. Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Welcome to SHOT Show 2025.
Excited about this.
I think it's my 33rd SHOT Show. I was actually young when I started this. You know what I mean?
Oh, 33rd.
I am old now.
That guy behind the camera, he was not even here. But we probably got kids at his age too. But yeah, let's talk about some of the really cool stuff that you guys got here. And these rifles are all like competition, really high-end, cool stuff that'll get you win a lot of matches. And there's a reason for that. So tell us about the company a little bit.
Sure.
And some of the things that you do on your rifles and why you do it.
Well, most of you know that we build complete rifles, but we also build all the components and actually about half of our business is involved in the components that go inside the rifles. Now, the question is, okay, why is it that we do what we do, and why do we approach it this way? And it's because I was an avid competitive shooter all my life, and that all of this is based in that. And a lot of our salespeople are really into it too. We have some great shooters that are working for us, so we have that perspective, and everything we do is through that perspective. It's how this rifle has to perform for a high-level, professional-level shooter. And so that's where we're coming from, and we don't care if we make any money. We just want to be good at it. Yeah. But consequently, it works out.
Of course, and it should, because you guys are doing it right. So I want to talk about, you guys are releasing a new comp, right, this year? Tell us about that.
You wouldn't think that you could improve on compensators anymore. You think you're way up here on the curve of diminishing returns, but we don't leave anything well enough alone. Whether it's our silent captured spring system, we're constantly tweaking everything, and we've continued to work on the comps, and now we've got a new style of compensator which takes it up to the next level for us now. So really,
what does it do? What's it do? What's different about that?
Compensators basically they're like a wheel puller. They're using the gas that exits the muzzle when the bullet releases, and they're taking all the kinetic energy out of that gas and make it turning it into a forward thrust on the barrel. That's really actually how they work. I kind of liken it to a wheel puller, really.
Gotcha.
And there actually is an amazing amount of kinetic energy that's tied up in this gas coming out of the muzzle, almost equal to the KE of the bullet. That's really, so if you can effectively capture that, you can do a lot to eliminating recoil. And the original recoil eliminator, we called it, which I think we have one here.
I see that. Yeah, I think everybody's familiar with that because that's
call it the tank brake, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what it does. It has a large surface area which captures that gas and extracts the kinetic energy, which is pulling the rifle forward, counteracting the impulse at that very instance. Yeah. And now, of course, there's this 1x3 rule from the 3-gun shooting sports, which evolved way back in the Soldier Fortune days. The people that ran that match didn't like compensators, and they created this. They realized that they had to allow them, but they created this 1x3 rule where the comp has to be 1 inch by 3 inches, no longer than that. Okay. And that rule has stuck with us, kind of like mil spec. Remember the old joke about mil spec never dies? Well, that rule never dies. And so now we've built that much more surface area into a comp that still fits into that rule criteria and even works even better than this thing. It's just, I can't believe it myself.
That is so cool. That's that one, right? 4-chamber comp? Yeah. Okay. So that's incredible. The comps obviously greatly reduce recoil, as you explained, which really helps out a lot. I'm really curious about the captured buffer spring. I know that's not new, but tell us about that.
Well, when you get into the whole recoil management equation, you kind of go down this rat hole, and the comp is the #1 thing, but secondarily you get into the operating system and how you deal with all the kinetic energy that is being wasted or expended in the reciprocation of all those parts. And we have taken that to the final solution between carriers of various masses, depending on what we're trying to do, and then the silent captured spring system with a variable buffer system, so you can vary the mass depending on whether you want to go more mass regulated to more spring regulated, and then of course adjustable gas systems that allow you to tune the bolt velocity, and all of these things come together to make just an unreal experience in shooting these rifles.
Man, I gotta definitely try one of those out. And you got your barrels down there. What is that little shield thing around the barrels?
We call it a thermal dissipator. It's a heat sink.
Okay.
And one day I was watching a World War I movie, and I saw this biplane flying into the camera, and it had a heat sink on the barrel of this Lewis gun that was on the top of this engine cowling, and I thought to myself, well, we got to do that.
Dude, that is...
And that really eliminates so much heat from the barrel, much more than fluting, and it gets rid of the hot spots that generate at the port. So then the barrel runs at a more consistent temperature, further eliminating point of impact shift through the thermal.
You're right, less barrel width, right?
Right, exactly.
So does that how much weight does that even add? Is it anything significant?
About 5 ounces, not much.
Gotcha. All right. No, that is super cool, John. I mean, wow. I don't even know what to say. I've never fired one of your rifles. I'll have to obviously try after this. It sounds like a dream to me.
Whether you want a ready-built rifle or whether you want to get into building your own, we're all about that too.
All right, welcome back, guys. We are at the CZ booth with Davon. First of all, thank you for having us, brother.
No problem.
Absolutely, man. So we're going to go over some things that CZ's got new. I know one thing myself that I love is the Nocturne. So yeah, take it away, bro.
Yes. So first we have the PO9 Nocturne Compact, as well as the full-size version. We've discontinued the PO7 line, so we are focusing only on the PO9 and P10s.
Wow.
Starting off with the PO9 Nocturne, then moving to the P10 Compact FDE Bronze.
Okay. So this is a cool concept. This thing has always been synonymous, and the triggers on these are amazing. So that's one thing I've always loved from the P10 line for sure.
Yeah, and CZ's always been known for their P9 and P10 line, and we've always strived to make great improvements on things that people already love.
Okay.
Moving over here, we have the PO9 Nocturne Suppressor Ready.
Okay. So that's pretty cool. So it comes ready out of the box, ready to go, man.
Yes, sir.
And again, wow, I can't believe you guys are phasing out the PO7, man. The full size, it's crazy.
Yep, same thing, full size Suppressor Ready Nocturne. And the newest release today at SHOT Show is the Shadow 2 Target 5-inch and 6-inch version.
Oh wow.
More for competition, target shooting, but always a great thing to add to your line if you're interested in making sure that you're hitting the target exactly where you want, making sure when you go to the range that you're hitting the bullseye every time. Obviously, this is the best product on the market.
Absolutely, and we have come accustomed to using the Shadow 2 for sure. And is there an optics ready version of that?
Yes, there will be.
Okay.
Eventually, we would love to move into all our pistols being optic ready, and that is the vision for the future.
Okay, awesome. I feel like we got some more stuff somewhere else in the booth. Ready to go check out? So we are over here on our Scorpion division. So obviously those are great. PCCs, everybody loves them. You guys have made a name for them as well. So yeah, take us through.
Yep. So we've collaborated with a great company, Magpul, to release the Scorpion 3 Plus Magpul Edition. Better ergonomic grips. ESK selector is adjustable. Along with a couple of other features that have come strictly from Magpul. If you do need, if this is purchased and you do need anything replaced, you can do it directly through the Magpul site.
That's cool.
Yep.
Absolutely. So we're talking about still same reliability. Obviously, you got this paired off with the Magpul furniture, Zukov stock to be exact. That's awesome. Hey, will you guys ever have like a suppressor ready version? Like one that's built in, you know, like an ISR platform or something like that?
I will say that anything is possible.
Okay.
As of right now, no, but we definitely have a lot of vision for the future.
I mean, the market's pushing for you. Of course, you guys obviously have one that, you know, kind of resembles that. The kind of, the carbine. I mean, it's great. This looks awesome. And to tuck a can underneath there, all built into one package, man, this really speaks to my soul. So I'm just, for sure. But of course, I couldn't leave this booth without absolutely. I mean, we all love the Bren series, right? It is being used in near-peer conflicts right now, and it's tearing it up, bro. But I have to ask, Bren 3.
Follow me over here.
Okay. All right, brother. We're over here with the Bren 3. I mean, there's no way I couldn't come over here without at least just taking a glance at it. So, I mean, not available for the U.S. market. We know we're not good enough, apparently. So, I'm just saying. So, yeah, brother, take it away.
Yeah. Obviously, we've improved upon the Bren series, which has been going on for years now and is a favorite. Probably the number one asked question, which you've asked already, was when is the Bren 3 coming to America? We're trying, and when it does, you'll be the first to know.
Okay. So obviously you've got interchangeable barrels, interchangeable calibers, all these things. The accessory line, I mean, you've got PDW style variants right there. This is awesome. Of course, synonymous with the Bren track record. It being used, adjustable gas. This thing is a tack driver to the third degree. I mean, different flavors for different sabers. 300 blackout, 7.62x39. There's not 5.45, but maybe if we sweet talk them enough, we might get that. I mean, I'm pretty sure International can get whatever they want, right? So it is what it is. So, hey, man, I'm just glad we were able to see it. I can put my hand on it. It's great. Will I ever be able to shoot it? Don't know. We don't know.
We actually did have one at the industry day at the range yesterday.
Missed my chance, brother. Missed my chance. So it is what it is. Davon, appreciate you for walking us through, man.
All right, guys, we're at EAA, and I'm here with Paul, and we're going to cover some of the new handgun options that they have bringing out this year.
So I start off with our Gold Brat. This is a 2311 officer model in gold. And in the box, it comes with a gold chain, so it never leaves you. You'll be the coolest guy on the block.
Whole new meaning to the term carry gun, right?
That's it. A whole new, in style.
So yeah, if you're out there and you feel like you need a little bit panache with your home protection, there you go, the Bret. Now, I do think this is interesting. So it's got that kind of thicker double stack magazine grip.
It is.
But with the super short kind of commander style slide, it's a very interesting geography, how big the grip is compared to the slide.
That is correct. But it's nice because you have a 17-round mag or a 20-round mag can go in it. Mm-hmm. Depends on how you want to carry it. The mag well can come off, so it makes a smaller profile so you can carry it. So it's just up to you. It's a flat shooting gun. We were out at range day yesterday. It was the most popular gun we had out there.
I definitely think it would be attractive, like just holding it, there's definitely an appeal to this. But yeah, so we've got this really cool gold, and then we saw some really cool colors on some of these other ones as well.
We're going to start offering a lot of different options. Mm-hmm. So you take a look at our standard officer model. Comes with a see-through window so you can see if you still have ammo in your mag. The mag has a window in it also. Our new colors that the factory can do. So
we've got
we can do all kinds of different colors. This is just one of many.
So is this like a custom option that someone would?
It is. We have a lot of the distributors that request their own pistols. Yeah. And so we have a factory that can react quicker than anybody else's. Most factories take a year to make a new model. Ours can take less than 2 months.
So you've got a variety of kind of like a distributor exclusive color combinations.
We're a distributor direct company. We're not a dealer direct company. So we do a lot through the distributor, but the distributors like to do their own thing. So here's another offer that we're going to put out there. This was actually a request from one of the distributors.
So this is really cool. So this is kind of a color shift. So as we turn this, it's kind of more blue or more purple. And then in the cuts, it's like, yeah, gold or orangey.
Yes, sir.
So that is really a fantastic, I mean, if you want an interesting looking talking piece when you go to the range, this thing is super cool. And then, so what model are we using to display this?
This is our standard, or what we call our match, 1911, fully adjustable sights, full 5-inch barrel. It's just a standard model. There's no rail, and you have a mag well. So, and then we have a new textured grip that we put out this year. If you feel it, it grab you, and you're not going to let go.
Yeah, that is pretty aggressive, isn't it? So that's great. You know, if you have oil, dirt, sweat get on your hands, you really want to maintain that positive control.
You're not going to let go of this.
It's not leaving you. Almost like human Velcro.
There you go.
All right, so we've got some really cool color combinations, and the Brat model being that kind of commander slide. Where are we going to go to? Which table we're going to go to next?
2311s and show you those.
All right, awesome. Let's head over that way.
Yes, sir.
All right, Paul. So these are the 2311s.
They are. We have standard all the way from a Brat, like you just saw. This is our standard blue Brat. All the way to our 6-inch 10mm Hunter.
So for the viewers at home, so obviously there's the 1911. We're familiar with the 2011. So what is the difference in a 2311?
It's just our designation of basically a 2011.
Okay. Right. So it's a terminology. Gotcha.
It is. This is our new Match X. Compensated rail. This is a full-length shroud. All right. This is an alloy frame, magwell, ambi safeties, optic ready. These 2 screws were removed. You pop this off, put your optic on.
Okay, that's fantastic.
It's direct mount, so you don't have plates or whatever, any RMSC.
Okay.
So this is one of our most popular right at the moment. Flat shooting, I mean, this gun does not move. And we'll go over to our next newest item, which would be our match. Our match is a steel frame for those who want to compete with the 2011 or 2311s. Same setup, except all steel rail, full length 5-inch barrel. Optic ready, mag well, very nice triggers out of the box. So if you wanted to get into that genre and shoot limited optics, this is the gun you would like to do.
So I definitely think that the kind of 2011 style of firearm is something that we've seen an explosion of popularity in. And, you know, people have always really liked 1911 style firearms, and this kind of modernization where you have the separate grip module, you're looking at double stack magazines, most often in 9mm, but you said like the Hunter here was 10mm?
It is.
So, you know, it's kind of interesting to see some additional caliber options there.
We're just not 9. Anything you see, we make in 945, and our standard 945 and 10mm. Also, in our standard 1911s, we have 38 Super also. So we encompass all of it, just depends on which product you want.
And of course, you know, that's a fantastic firearm platform to get into kind of the competition shooting in different categories, like the different disciplines. You know, I think that, you know, when you see the explosion of interest in this kind of firearm, you know, it's awesome to see all the different configurations that you can offer it in, kind of from a self-defense kind of platform up to some of these ones that are more suitable to competition. And then like the 10mm with the super long slide here, I mean, I almost imagine that you could use that as a hunting pistol, right?
That's why we developed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday at Rage Day, we were out there, we were hitting a plate at 110 yards all day long.
That's fantastic. 110 yards, 10mm. It's got that really good impact at the end. You know, high energy.
Very smooth shooting.
So I mean, that's really awesome. Looks like we've got some more down here.
That would be our fancier model. Just a little bit of bling, but it's set up for. This is a distributor item. It's threaded. Okay, half 28 for suppressors. Has a titanium nitrate barrels. Same rail system. Ambi safeties. Magwell. Comes in 9mm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is super attractive. You've got almost an understated amount of kind of flash to it, right? So with it just being the barrel, everything just kind of peeking through at you through these slide cuts. And of course, suppressors are more and more and more a popular feature out there on the market. So having the ability to have that kind of threaded barrel, you can do a direct mount to that barrel, and 45 obviously super popular for suppressing. 9mm also a great option if you get the correct ammo. But yeah, I mean, you've got some really amazing options here from.
We're making almost all our models and one or the other suppressor available. So
that's fantastic.
What we're doing with our 2311s is we're offering a kit that we send you, you buy. Take it home, you fill this full of water, read the instructions, it's a minute and 30 seconds. Pull it out, you grab it, you hold it for X amount of seconds, as long as you can, it's hot. Take it out, you put it under cold water, it solidifies.
So it's taking an impression of your hand.
And if you look, you can see the guy's lifelines and everything else in the grip.
So I don't know if the camera's going to pick up too well on that level of detail, but I'm going to try to rotate this a little bit, and you can see that this is not a flat surface. There are little raised lines and edges and bumps, and so it's literally all of those kind of crevices from your hand are being transferred to the grip. So you literally have a custom grip.
To you, it's your own personal grip. So when you present the gun, you're grabbing it at the same time every time.
That is phenomenal. Like when we talk about getting customized parts, certainly, there's a levels to this. And so most of the time we're talking about, they'll make it a certain size to fit your hand. This is taking that to a whole nother level.
Oh, for sure. And it personalizes it to you. So when you present it, you have that same grip. It's for some people, maybe not some other people, but it is really, if you've shot one with your own grip, which I have, okay, it's very interesting.
So I think that I really underestimated this. Before I started talking to Paul, I came over, he took a look at this, and I was like, oh, dude, that's really cool. Like, they can 3D print you your own grip, and I totally misunderstood the level of complexity to this process, because that is phenomenal. So if you're out there and you're trying to find every competitive edge to make sure that your handgun and you are working together as one unit, this just takes that step further than anything I've really ever seen before, where this is not just the right size for you. It's not just the right angle for you. This is you.
That's it.
All right.
This is our MC14X. All right, it's our new version. Fluted barrel, threaded barrel, rail system, ambi safeties, double action, single action, whichever way you want to do it, and tip-up barrel. The tip-up barrel, we made the gun originally so that people, ladies, elderly people, people that have arthritis or whatever, don't have to rack a slide. And a lot of times it's very difficult. So you can take a loaded magazine, you put your safety on with a hammer down or a hammer back, put a loaded magazine in there, and the gun is safe because there's nothing in the barrel. I can pull the trigger all day long and nothing can fire.
Sure.
All right, so you load it this way, or you can conventionally load it. It works the same as any standard auto pistol, except for you can't extract a round. So the loading, most of the time the unloading is done from the barrel if you didn't shoot the gun dry. So it's saying that if you wanted to keep it this way, you don't want to keep a spare round rolling around on your desk or whatever else. So we came up with a mag pad that has a round in it.
Look at that.
Which I don't have here. And you put in here like this, you pull up, and it's in there.
Here, so let me see that mag real quick. So I just want to kind of give a little bit closer view to the camera. So if you see here, there's actually a place for the round to slide in. So like the little extractor groove was going to slide into here, and it's going to keep that round nice and tucked away inside the bottom of that base plate. And then you could almost use it like a feed strip, like you would think with a revolver. And that way you can strip it off when you go to single load that round, but it means that, like you said, you don't have to have this one spare loose round.
You have it and you hit it on your desk and it goes under the floor or whatever, and now you have to, then you can conventionally rack it if you need to. But the people that have a hard time.
Yeah, so I think that tip barrel designs are something we don't commonly see a lot of, right? Now, of course, Beretta had several of them. And a lot of times it was due to, like, if the slide is so small that it's really hard to get a grip on, or due to the fact that it had a decent powered cartridge, but you're relying on just kind of the spring tension of the recoil spring. It was very hard to rack that slide. And so you had the tip-up barrel. But I think that maybe when we talk about, older shooters, female shooters, people who have arthritis, or maybe they've had disability or injury and they just have a really hard time racking a slide, that we forget that there's this option out there for design to help people, with being able to effectively chamber their firearm. And I think it's really cool to see that we're kind of, including this somewhat forgotten design principle into another firearm. Also, I just think it looks really cool. Like it gives me very classic Beretta pistol vibes.
It is, but what we did is we simplified their design, okay? On the old Cheetah, you had to go 180 degrees around with your finger on the barrel in order to open and close it. What we did is I can do everything with my single finger. So all you're doing is pressing down. As it releases, I can load it so. So it's simple. We just simplified. We didn't invent it, but we made it better.
Yeah, certainly that's a much more user-friendly design. And it's, again, fantastic to see kind of what's old become new again. Like, that's a fantastic idea.
It's always an evolution, okay? Nothing really new invented, but it's a better way to make the mousetrap work.
Absolutely. So, Paul, I definitely appreciate your time here showing us some of these new options here from EAA. Guys, think about it. Just, you could have a pistol that is truly customized to yourself, and some of these handguns are super really cool designs where, you could go out with, getting everything from a hunting gun to a carry gun, all in that 2011 or 2311 design. Paul, I hope you'll have a fantastic show. Thank you again.
All right, here we are at Under Armour. I've got Blair with me. Thanks for having us, Blair.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've got something new in your hand. Tell us all about it, please.
This is the Charged Expanse. It is the low. We also have a mid available too. It has an aesthetic tongue, so it does not bunch. It is a pretty rigid shoe. As you can see, the tread is pretty aggressive, not overly aggressive. You have a little bit of tread on the side. We do tactical games. I'm a tactical games athlete, so we do a lot of rope climbs. So this side texture helps us a lot with that. It has a wider toe box.
Why do you want a wider toe box? Like I like them.
So from an athletic standpoint, it helps the spread of your toes. More contact surface. Also, I have a wider foot. My husband has an even wider foot. Some of the shoes available tend to bunch your toes together. It's pretty uncomfortable, especially when you're on your feet all day, first responders, stuff like that. So these help to fix that problem. So
I really like, because you guys got different color offerings here.
Colorways.
Look at this, guys.
Yeah.
I freaking love this. Yeah, this is really cool. And right here, so these are available right now or no?
They are available in June.
Okay.
So I haven't even gotten my feet in these yet.
All right, I can't wait. I got to get some of these too. So you've got these. These are specifically designed for, what would you say, for like tactical games type thing, or
tactical wear,
hiking?
Hiking for sure. Honestly, the tread is not overly aggressive. So this could be just a walking around shoe.
And I see these lugs underneath. Like if you're going actually downhill, I can just see these.
Yeah,
very
so
effective.
the lugs are deep enough to where it will help you like downhill. We do a lot of running in tactical games. You never know if it's gonna rain on you when you're out there or whatever. So this would actually help with that. But it's not overly aggressive to where you're gonna like cake up a lot of mud.
That's
so.
right. And these are super light.
They are super light, but they're also rigid if you feel.
Yep,
so they're
absolutely.
not a flimsy shoe. They're very rigid.
Yeah, and what I like is you guys actually wrapped around this front toe protection area.
Yes, because that's normally the first thing that peels off in a shoe, right? You get a shoe, you start training in it, and then you start getting that peel away from the sole to the front of the shoe. So You do not have that problem with these shoes at all. It's a nice rubber wraparound.
That is really cool. I definitely got to have this color and this color. Yeah, I mean, all of them.
And we have a Charged Reaper behind you.
Yep.
It has a higher rise. This is going to be a great duty shoe. If you notice, it has the same tread as the low rise and the mid rise. Again, you have that aesthetic tongue, so you're not going to get a lot of bunching, and you have that side tread as well. If you want to feel them, they actually are super light.
They actually look so good. I love this white toe box thing.
Yes.
I absolutely love it. It seems really, first of all, extremely light. Okay, super like, still very sturdy feeling. I like this reinforced front.
But very light, yes.
Yeah, this reinforced front part looks very, very important because on duty you get into some weird stuff.
Yeah.
And looks wise, really, it's got great ankle support. Yep. No zipper. Yeah, I'm not a zipper fan.
Stretchy laces, no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, so this shoe really molds to you. It's really great what Under Armour has done in this space. They've taken a lot of like DNA from their athletic wear and they brought it into the tactical space. So I think they're a great addition to the 2A community because of their ability to do that.
Yeah.
They've taken a lot of their, the things that they've done in athletics for football, for, other sporting, to make things easier for those athletes to move around and have like the best gear possible. And they've really brought that into this space.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to really help first responders.
Absolutely, and I could tell this is, if I was working on the streets right now, I would be wearing this all day long. Granted, if you're in a really high climate area, then you've got some other offerings, obviously, like the really heavier shoes. But this is really, really cool. And this will be available in June as well?
I believe so, yes.
Okay,
yep.
Perfect. Blair, thanks a lot for your time. Yep. Appreciate it. And guys, check out Under Armour. They got some really cool stuff. You guys are going to be seeing these on my feet sometime very soon. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we had to stop over here because silence is golden, but it's better with SilencerCo stuff. We're over here with Sean. First of all, bro, thank you for having us, man.
Yes, sir.
And we got to talk about the new stuff coming from SilencerCo. I mean, you guys got a whole plethora of cans. I mean, take it away, bro.
Yeah, so I've got a few of the different options that we are launching this year or teasing. We've got our Scythe STM, which is available now. This is a stainless steel version of the titanium Scythe that we launched a couple years ago. Basically, it's going to be modular like our 36M and our 46M. We're really excited for this. It's going to have no barrel restrictions, full auto rated. This thing is quiet. I mean, bolt gun stuff, blackouts. I'm a huge fan of blackouts, so that's going to be an amazing can. But it is on the heavier side. If customers are still looking for lightweight, we have the titanium Scythe.
Yeah.
So we've got those two options. Some of the newer stuff that people are a little bit more excited for is going to be specifically our S98 can.
Okay.
So as you can see, it's got a lot of features like our Osprey. It's full titanium design. We're looking at Q3 for launch on this year. This is going to be like the premium end user can. This is going to be the best can on the market. We're really excited for this one. As far as weight, like it's 7 ounces. The MSRP, I think we're coming in at $12.69.
Okay.
But we also teased a little bit of a QD mount.
Really?
Yeah, we teased a QD mount. We've got a few here with us. The one I currently have is going to be a piston direct thread, but we are excited for the QD system.
Okay.
We're still playing with it. It's still in design, but this is going to be a sweet can.
Okay. So I know, I mean, obviously made for 9mm pistols, everything. Can it run 300 blackout subs?
To be decided. I don't know that off the top of my head. I'm going to lean towards no. We wanted this to be a premium pistol can, and so everything that it was designed to do was designed around the pistol host.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got this small one here, right?
Then we got little baby. So you guys all know the Spectre 9.
Yep.
So this is just the little brother to that. Spectre 9K. This is at 3 ounces. It'll run on most any 9mm host, direct thread without a piston. It's sweet, dude. As quiet as the Omega 9K.
Wait, whoa! With that type of size, first of all, no piston needed, so you don't have to worry about cycling, you don't have to worry about anything like that, but you're getting that type of sound suppression. That is amazing.
Right, yeah. This one, I don't have a release date either. Currently, it's going to be a military or law enforcement exclusive, but we do want to bring it to commercial market. We don't have a time frame on it.
ETAs is a thing of the past, so you'll get it when you get it, but just know that the capability is here, and again, like you said, Omega 9K suppression, but a fraction of the weight, small. I mean, this fits in a pocket. I mean, meant for wet work.
Sure.
Gotta love it.
I know.
Awesome, brother. Well, Sean, we appreciate you, man.
All right, guys, I'm excited to be here at Griffin Armament because they've always got some really cool things, and I'm here with Ben. How's it going, Ben? Hope your show's going well to start.
Thanks for stopping by.
We've got some new things to talk about.
Yes. So kind of the two new things we launched in the past couple months, and then one thing we're kind of announcing at SHOT Show. I want to show you guys the new 9mm guns here. So we got 3 barrel lengths. We got a 4.5, 9.5, and a 16-inch carbine. These ones, we prefer you run them suppressed, so we can send you a Sportsman 36, kind of the one that we recommend to pair with that. You can get that shipped to your door, obviously, through our Silencer to Your Door program. But overall, really nice, forged, same Mark II ambi controls as our other AR-15 platforms. Natively sized Colt pattern magazine well, proprietary buffer system, dual ejectors, proprietary ejector, and a proprietary feed ramp. So the nice thing about these and kind of the real sticking point for making this project something really special was that feed ramp, because a lot of people will run these PCCs, but it ends up being kind of a plinking gun because you can't run hollow points with it. Sure. It'll jam up. So we really tune those feed ramps to deliver cartridges right to the center of the bore so you can get reliable feeding even with hollow points. So if you want to put this in your bedroom or your truck,
make it much more an effective self-defense tool.
Exactly, not just a fun range day toy, you know.
That's awesome. I think, I am tired of seeing Glock mags everywhere. I think a lot of people would like there to be a reliable, realistic option that's an alternative to that. I think the straight Colt mags are kind of a vibe. I really like the curvature of like Scorpion mags, but I tell you, this is really an attractive kind of old school touch.
Yeah, it's an old school look.
And I think that, it's really cool to hear that y'all are really wanting this to have that feed ramp tune to be an effective tool and not just a range toy. Like, that's awesome.
Right. Yeah, and these are really good price point on these as well. You can pick them up from our website, transfer them to a dealer, sub 15. So really good price point for a full ambi PCC.
And then you're holding a lower, so you could, if you wanted to build one.
Yep, we do sell the lowers as well by themselves, so you'll get the proprietary feed ramp ejectors, all the ambi controls of the Mark II style, natively sized magwell, and then you can put whatever else you want to put in there and go nuts.
So that's fantastic, because obviously there are so many people, especially in the kind of AR world, who want to do the work themselves and really kind of customize. Yeah, that's so much fun. Yeah. In fact, I almost think it's more fun to put the guns together than to take them out and shoot. Almost.
Yeah, and then you're like,
almost.
Oh, I'm done doing this fun thing, and now I just get to go shoot and spend money.
Oh no. But yeah, so that's a really great option to, for the people who are more of a do-it-yourself kind of guy. Yeah. You can buy the strip lower, or not really stripped, semi-complete lower.
Semi-complete, yeah. Fire pockets milled, all that stuff. So, and it does have this is something we put new in here, and I don't know if we're going to expand this, but we have a nylon tip tension screw. Mm-hmm. So if you're building your own and you got a lot of slop in it, you can adjust this and clean up the slop, make it a really tight fit, which is kind of a nice little bonus feature. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got a new can.
Yes, so this is our new can we're kind of announcing at SHOT Show. This is Griffin Armament's first step into the 3D printing additive manufacturing world. We're really excited. The technology kind of turned the corner about 3 years ago, so that's where we kind of started looking into it more. So this is the Optimus 6. It's a 6mm bore suppressor, works great on 5.56 too. It's kind of optimized for carbine guns with really low back pressure due to the high flow baffle stack. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in here, and we were trying to get a cutaway, but we didn't have time, so stay tuned to our social media. We'll be putting a cutaway out. But kind of the main thing was we wanted to still be quiet, low back pressure, so we hit sub 140 dB, so that's hearing safe on most platforms. And then really the flash, I think we nailed, because really this thing, I think you'll be shocked when you see the videos come out about the flash testing on this thing, because it's kind of wild.
So that's a good point, because a lot of people, when you think of suppressors, you instantly think of the noise reduction, but suppressors also have other features to them that make them desirable.
Right, and if you talk to, especially like people like precision shooters, long range snipers and stuff like that, or CQB people with night vision and stuff like that, they almost care about flash signature more than the sound.
Yeah, for night vision, that's a huge thing,
100%
right?
for night vision, but if you're sniping too, that's going to give away your position more than the sound. So it's we kind of try to factor in, you know, we could build a 2-foot long suppressor that's quiet, but that's not very practical. No. So we try to factor in a bunch of different, to make them as much practical as we can in all these different areas that people care about. So
I think it's great that you're expanding into kind of that new technology, additive manufacturing or 3D printing, right?
Yep.
So as far as the design, traditional baffle stack design?
No.
Okay.
Crazy baffle stack. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's all vented around the end. Mm-hmm. And then those vents are ejecting inward and redirecting and hitting each other and spinning and cycling and passing through and going across the baffle. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on in here, but we're evacuating a lot of that air ahead of the bullet, so that really takes out the back pressure for you.
And then an important one is what kind of mounts go with it, because I can see it's not a direct thread, so what kind of mounting system?
Yep, so we're going to have 3 models of this to start. We're going to have a hub version, which you see here, so any 1375x24 hub insert from us or any other manufacturer. If you're married to some other system, you can throw that in there. We're going to have an integral dual lock system if you prefer that, and we're going to have an integral taper mount system. And these are 17.4 stainless steel right now, and we're working on an Inconel version too.
Awesome. So, yeah. So, I mean, I think that's fantastic. We've got some really cool options here in the PCC world. You know, again, especially excited about the idea of making sure that those run self-defense cartridges, those hollow points, because it is kind of a limiting factor on a lot of PCCs. They don't like it. And exciting news about the new process and design of your suppressor. Ben, I really appreciate you taking time, man. I hope y'all are having a fantastic show.
We are. Thank you so much.
Here we are at Pelican. I got Jamie here with me. They've got some really cool stuff. And Jamie, take over, man.
Right on. All right, so yeah, a couple of major things we're releasing here at SHOT. The big one here we're looking at is reset. So this kind of goes back to the customer's need for, hey, today I've got this loadout, tomorrow it's another loadout, but I don't want to have 10 sets of custom foam, or my pick and pluck or whatever is just gone to you know, you end up using like sweatshirts and towels. So we had to come out with a solution that was infinitely resettable, customizable, but still had to offer that same level of protection you expect from Pelican. So Reset is comprised of these small little pegs. These are high density foam, similar to what we would do in a custom foam application for a rifle. And yeah, these pegs go into the grid, you pluck them, you know, you need it down for this loadout, you push them down. Yeah. Tomorrow you're putting you're switching to a bolt action, you're gonna go to the range. You just pull the grid out, push them back up, reset it. And again, infinitely resettable. So these will be launching officially in April in our Pelican protector cases, the 1700, the 1720, and the 1750s. Gotcha. And then we'll be expanding in some other case sizes.
Well, us Classic Firearms, we traveled here with a bunch of Pelican cases that protect our camera equipment. So we love you guys. So, are you able to talk about price point at all on this one?
Still, not yet? Yeah, we're still getting there. What I can say, I think we're going to come in for a 1700 case, which is one that's a little bit smaller than this. Yeah. Probably low to mid twos.
Okay.
And up from there as you get into some of the larger cases.
Perfect. All right. Well, Jamie, this is really cool. Like, nobody has done anything like this, and you're right. You're solving that really major problem there. Fantastic. You got something else that you're going to show us, right?
Tapping into the other part of Pelican that we're best known for, which is, I can hold this if you want, is our hard cases. And we've had air cases. They've been around for about 7 years. This is the lightweight travel option. And these are awesome. This is what I use to travel personally. But our customers have always asked, like, hey, this thing, the two wheels are kind of rough in the airport. Or, hey, can you do an interior? It's a little bit more luggage-esque. Yeah. So we listened, and we've launched an entire line of travel products, ranging from our hard-sided, this is our ATX, the hard-side luggage. So this is a Pelican case. This is made from the same resin as our air case. Yeah. It's waterproof, dustproof, crush-proof. I mean, this is a Pelican case, made in USA, lifetime warranty, but it's got the things you want for travel. It's got 4 spinner wheels. Yeah. It's got combo locks built, TSA combos built into latches, you know, trolley handle with the multi-stage, depending, you know, how tall you are. And then when you go into the interior, you've actually got organization on the inside. So, I'm gonna open this. Yeah, let's get after it. Awesome. So yeah, you move to the interior, and again, the quality maintains. We've got a 420D ripstop internal liner, mono mesh zippered pockets, compression panel here to keep everything, you know, together. It's a high quality piece of luggage. So this is the hard-sided, and these are available on Pelican. So you can buy them today. We have a carry-on size, a medium check-in, and then the large check-in. This guy is coming out in a few weeks. This is not currently available, but carry-on and medium check-in are.
Dude,
so
this is awesome. Are you able to give price point on these or no?
Yeah, 22-inch carry-on starts at, this one's $499.
Okay.
And the medium is $599, the 25-inch. So, you know, it's expensive, but it will be the last piece of luggage you ever have to buy.
That is true.
So
the last piece, yeah.
To kind of expand, we do have one more. It's part of the whole travel line. We actually have a lot more.
Are you going to talk about that one?
Oh yeah, buddy. You know, the ATX is amazing. The hard side luggage, really tough, crush-proof, waterproof, dust-proof. But you know, sometimes you're going in smaller planes, bush planes, etc. Weight matters. That's where the hybrid duffel comes in. Yeah. So, same thing, comes in 3 sizes. We have a carry-on, a medium, check-in, a large. What's great about the duffel, outside of the fact that it's very lightweight, but you still get protection. We've got an EVA compression molded exterior, so it is still protective. Really nice, reliable YKK zippers, trolley handle, large wheels, so it rolls really well over different surfaces, you know, dirt trails, etc. So this is a fantastic option for any type of mobility. And then we've got nice grab handles all over, front, side, top. So this thing's easy to get in and out of a truck, you know, plane, whatever.
Dude, you can feel the quality as soon as, like, everything, how robust they feel.
We don't mess around.
I expect nothing less from.
So then to kind of round out your whole travel mission, you've got backpacks. You've got a hybrid duffel backpack, a 45-liter, and as well as slings. So we've got a lot of sling pouches that we're coming out with.
Wow.
So these ones have a back conceal carry zipper pocket, so you can keep that on you. Inside, this is outfitted with the mod pack. So this is all of our accessories that we're making that use the MOLLE channels. All of our mod packs have MOLLE straps on the back. So they all work with our Aegis series. So
this is probably the only booth right now. I mean, I've been drooling on a lot of things here. I think this is by far the most I've drooled so far. So, dude, thanks. And these are available right now?
All of this is available right now on our website.
All right, perfect. Jamie, thanks a lot for your time, guys. Guys, check out Pelican. All right, guys, day 2, part 1 is a wrap. I'm looking around. I don't know where Jason is, where Matt is, Brandon, everybody. Who is it? Jason, Matt, and Brandon. That's it, right? You had it, yeah. Okay, good to go. All right, good to go? All right, guys, day 2, part 1 is a wrap. It's been a freaking awesome day. I'm looking around. I can't see where Jason, Matt, or Brandon is. I'm pretty sure they're running around. Brandon's probably doing some little things. Jason's probably looking for some food. Either way, I'm super hungry. Some really good coverages. I love the Pelican stuff, Under Armour stuff. I know they're not really guns, but personally, you know, we do gun stuff all the time, but some of this other stuff like Pelican, Under Armour, man, I'm really interested in also some non-gun stuff, which those guys totally delivered in my opinion. Anyways, let's get some lunch and get back to part 2.